Hi colleagues, others, I'm Adrian Vermaak. I work for the Nelson Mandela Metro in a mentoring capacity. I've thoroughly enjoyed my role there and I've seen some great things take place and still hoping for so much more. I thought to create this channel as a means of interacting and transferring knowledge one to another. I have a whole range of topics that have been going through my mind, such as wellness versus productivity, electrical engineering topics covering protection, network analysis, renewable energy, 5G, fiber networks, etc., human resources, personal development, personal budget, and so many more other topics that I've had on my mind. And I've also had people on my mind who could share those topics, and we could learn from each other, transfer this knowledge. And how great will that not be, from the young unemployed graduates right through to the guys that are nearing retirement. We can share most valuable information one to another. I've actually had this thought and this question as a entry to a topic being shared, and it goes like this: what is interesting about, so here's the example, what is interesting about electrical protection? What is interesting about wellness versus productivity? What is interesting about putting in safety measures in avoiding contracting COVID-19? So those are some ideas that I have. I'd love to get your inputs and what you think of this opportunity. Today I'm going to start with the first topic. It's one of my favorites, and here goes. What is interesting about mentoring? So I've listed a few pointers with the experience that I have in mentoring. I see mentoring like that hidden gem. But when you discover that gem, you see its beauty, you see its brilliance, and you know that you've got something special. Mentoring is like that. It is hidden, but when you look a lot closer, you see its speciality and you see its effect. And I have seen and I know that mentoring can improve productivity and can make a meaningful impact within a team, within a context, bringing in camaraderie, bringing in a focus, bringing in a learning culture, and doing so many wonderful things in building camaraderie and technical expertise, or whatever expertise is required in your field of interest. So my pointers go like this. The first one is to believe in the individual that you will be mentoring. And this should not come hard. If you really have a heart for mentoring, you have a heart for people. Believing in someone is a hard thing where you're really hoping and trusting that great things happen in that person's life. It needs to be a mutual relationship where the mentee feels comfortable with the mentor and is willing to take this journey of being mentored by the mentor. And so yes, there's the belief aspect, but it also has to coincide with the acceptance from the mentee to go for it. The second aspect is to talk with the mentee, and this should start right up front, where the mentee talks to the mentee and allows the mentee to share their dreams, visions, desires, no matter how big they are. I think back of some who have come to share their stories with me, and they were quite big ones. They were talking about becoming an executive director. That's what they desire, but they were kind of shy to share it. But I was so excited that they did, because those are the moments that are key, that the individual can just share openly what they want to be. It may even be the president of South Africa. That's okay. Put it all down on paper. As mentors, we are not to manipulate this. Let the mentee just have an open page to write what they want to achieve in life. Then secondly, and this can be follow-up visits, is to plan step-by-step processes and actions that will lead towards those goals and dreams. And these steps need to be gettable, at least those first few steps. The steps that far ahead may not be gettable right there and then, but you want to achieve some things in the short term and to build some momentum towards those goals. So what I do is I sit down with the mentees and we talk realistically where the mentees at, where they are situated, and what is a realistic step forward. And to make notes of that and to encourage the mentee to go for it and to take action and to take those steps. During this time, clarity is important to be discussed exactly how and what, the fears, the concerns, all needs to be put on the table, because there could be a lack of confidence to do some things, and therefore training may be required. So a lot can come out of this session. Thirdly, in the mentoring sessions that one has, a crucial aspect which may be overlooked is for the mentor to link the mentee to growth and to opportunities. And this quite often falls in the authority of the mentor, that the mentor has influence and networks such that he or she can negotiate on behalf of the mentee in order for the mentee to be given opportunities, wherever that may be, in order for that mentee to grow and to walk into those steps and live out those steps that was previously discussed. So I've seen top-notch things come out of this experience, top-notch incredible things, where doors have been opened and thankfully others have opened those doors. Good for them. The mentees have had experiential opportunities, or that chance to do something that they've always wanted to do. And as I've said, I've seen amazing things. I've seen people getting employed because of that and growing in leaps and bounds. And then you have this whole network of people together with the mentor developing the mentees. Fourthly and finally, to connect on an ongoing basis with the mentee. And this should be at fun times, discussing dreams and desires, the strategies, those steps that have been taken, those growth opportunities, and of course the challenges. Let this be, as I mentioned, fun. Let it be over a coffee and a tea every now and then, with perhaps a scone thrown in. Do some of those times where you're just relaxed and you talk things through. So those have been some of my pointers of mentoring. I'm sure there may be more. And I want to say that I'm still learning, and I love this subject, and I love seeing people grow and develop. I've admired mentors that have done great work in South Africa and in many different ways, have taught me how to go about this thing called mentoring. I think of Alison Lawless, who's on the cutting edge with regards to mentoring in South Africa, and training and developing young engineers and older engineers in registering with the Engineering Council of South Africa. I also think of Sayagura, who is an amazing lady in the electrical engineering industry, who does incredible work, very influential, and an impacting person that I'm sure, and I know, the women in engineering look up to her and her role that she plays. And so there are two examples of great mentors and leaders that are in our environments. I could mention so many more people, but I just had those two ladies on my mind. Perhaps they can do a talk for us sometime on this channel. It's been great being with you guys. Look out for the slide to follow with all those different topics that we could cover. I will get in touch with some of you to prepare you, perhaps if you are available, to do some of these talks. Guys, it's been great fun being with you. Have a great day. Cheers.